AMystery, come and see the secrets lost in history. In dim lit cemeteries they roam, uncovering what calls it home. With every step the ghost takes.
Okay. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of AMystery Tours. Now we're at let me get my paperwork here. We're at the Loxton Historical Village, guys, in Loxton of South Australia. We're just going to have a look around and I'm going to show you guys what's here. So let's get to it. And check out this the church and the chapel. Ooh, wow. How cool is that? That sounds cool. Okay, we'll just walk around. Here we have the post office. Going to number 3, post office. Ooh, ow.
Whenever I see you getting to draw at the Loxton Historical Village, things as though time has stopped. But this little building reminds me of my childhood, living in the Urbex area. Hello, I'm Pippa Zimmerman. I came to Urbex with my parents, Nick and Dora Valigo, and brothers Merlin, David, Lance and Wayne at the age of 7 in 1956. Being primary school age, I went past the general store every day during the week to and fro from school on my bike.
The old stereo, the old radio.
Buildings. There was a police station, a bakery, the institute, and then the general store, a Bank of Adelaide, and a grocery and haberdashery shop. Actually, this general store was referred to as the post office or outpost. The store dealt mainly with hardware and postal requirements. The telephone exchange
Yeah, we got the post office and the old-fashioned telephone. Very old-fashioned. Number 4, we have a bank.
This building was donated to the village in 1974 by the Bank of Adelaide. Prior to this date, it had been operating as the Geranium Agency of the Lamerwood branch since 1909. Geranium is a very small township in the Mallee, situated 36 kilometres.
It's pretty cool, actually.
The agency was established
Number 6, barber shop. And the local bakery.
The association between farmers and the saddle and harness maker has always been close. So when 25-year-old Albert Klingberg rode his push bike from Tanunda in 1908 to assess the potential for a saddlery business in the new town of Loxton, he found quite a few farmers anxious to use his services. This building is a replica of Albert's first saddlery shop, established on East Terrace in 1909, and the tools of trade displayed here were used by him. His time was spent making and repairing the many items of equipment used by the farmers, some of whom owned as many as 60 horses.
Wow.
Early trips were made to Adelaide to buy saddles, collars, and nearly 165 together.
This is pretty cool. Well guys, this is something different other than cemeteries. I reckon this one here deserves to go up. Yeah, why not? Guys, you don't want to miss this video. Yeah, you don't want to miss it. This is different. Yeah, the Loxton Historical Village. So it's pretty cool actually. Got some really cool stuff. And yeah. Saddle shop, blacksmith. Run the blacksmith. Oh, there's. I feel like I'm in this little town on my own. Number 8, that's what that one was. Number 8. I went in the wrong way. The blacksmith. Right there. And you got all the information on the blacksmith. Wow. Number 8, so where's number 9? 8, that's 10. Maybe here. All the tractors in there. Number 10 is here.
In 29, Alpnitsky of Saddlewood purchased Tom Rousel's shoe shop at 23 East Terrace, Loxton. In
Lots of shoes.
moved the business across the street to a larger shop at 36 East Terrace. A very experienced surgical bootmaker, Alf carried on this trade as well as being a retailer of footwear. Because of his extensive knowledge of footwear and in particular leather, he was widely known for making and selling footwear of high quality. In 1947, his
Hello.
son Billy and John purchased the business.
Hello to the
and they
mannequin.
continued his philosophy of selling only high-grade footwear and giving good service to their customers. One very significant feature of the early years was the business generated by the 3 times a month stock.
We head over here. Oh, I thought it was a deep well. You could just see the running the water in there. Number 11. Different tractors. Wow, guys, if you live in Adelaide, South Australia, it's worth coming to Loxton, guys. Giving the Loxton Historical Village a shout out. Yeah, come and have a look, check it out yourselves. It's pretty good. Awesome, actually. And that looks like a printing, an old-fashioned printing thing, maybe, or a ringer, clothes ringer, all that sorts of stuff. Wow.
Hi, my name is William Charles Loxton. He of whom this humble town is named. The village
William
set
Charles
made of
Loxton.
limestone, pug and pine is not mine, but is located metres from where mine once stood, which my dear wife Mary Ellen and I lived in from 1878 to 1881. The village hut stands as a remembrance to my time in Loxton and is typical of
And the bedroom.
in the late 1800s. The site of Loxton was once part of a large
And a
parcel
bit of baby.
called Station and covered 125,000 hectares. It was here that I was a boundary rider for
And
Mr.
another
Murray
little
for
Bobby.
Wild horses, cattle and pigs kept me busy as I checked the fences and stock. It was a huge job that left my brave Mary Ellen to her own defences for weeks on end within our tiny hut. From the time that I lived in my hut on the bank of the river,
It's a cellar. The cellar. The cellar, guys. Wow. Let's go and check it out, shall we? Make sure you don't bang your head. Ah. Actually, it's much cooler down here. Very cool. The cellar. Oh. Well, we know where the toilets are, hey? If you need to go. Wow, it's pretty cool. Explosives. Ooh. Ooh. And this is where the horses came in, I think. Oh, I was going to say there is a big horse. But it's not a real horse. A horse, of course, it's a horse, of course. How cool is that? And the hay bay, the hay. Oh, I didn't realise you could come free. How's that? And I think this is where the horses were hooked onto to move this big thing here. It's a mix used for mixing clay with straw for making mud bricks. Aha, there you go. And bricks making machine. the cement pipe making machine. It's got the proper bricks. Bricks. Wow. That's pretty cool. Loxton. Oh, commentary, if you wanna press for commentary. I think that's the motor spirit. And I think yeah, I don't think you can go in there. No. It's locked. Funny noise. No, that's the Brody's fire station, Loxton fire station, which is pretty cool. And the garage. Wow.
Hello, I'm Alfred. In 1926, my brother Albert and I established AMystery Brothers, a garage on his terrace in the humble town of Loxton. Over the following 54 years, our business flourished. One of the first known Loxton garages was Turner Brothers Motor Garage in 1914. With the demands of vehicles and machinery increasing its reach during the following years, more were established. We were just one of Loxton's many garages throughout the 20th century. Garages of our era offered quality service with a nothing too hard to handle attitude. One of the main differences was the brands of vehicles each garage sold. My garage was well known as an agency for General Motors and later Holden, selling vehicles such as Chevrolet, Buick, Oldsmobile, Texas, Vauxhall and Pontiac. Typical features of a
Pontiac
garage consisted of large, spacious workrooms with lots of light and good ventilation. Large stock rooms were common, with a big range of readily available parts and accessories, including fuels and oils. In the early years, garages like mine did it all, offering petrol sales, machinery repairs and services,
Wow.
sales, car hire.
Pretty cool cars here, guys.
Like many fellow competitors in the car industry, we were open 24/7. As smart implements and labour-saving devices became available.
Noughts and crosses. If you want to put your face in there. And if you want to press for sound. Okay. Mono rails. We're 21 already. Ooh. Whoa, that tripped me out. I thought that was real. You gotta open it to open. How cool is that? Wow, you could have a wedding here, couldn't you? That's pretty cool. Awesome stuff. I like the old photos, the old-fashioned photos. So cool. And here, can't really see with the light glaring over it though. See, Loxton Historical Village. And you get to walk around and all that. Printing of the newspaper.
1925 and 1928 was eventually welcomed by the community. Prior to this publication, news and events regarding the Loxton district were printed in a small spread of pages in the Red Knight Pioneer. The Clarion was printed from an unusual location. A former flour mill on Kokoda Terrace, Lieutenant Conductor owner L.T. Parsons was killed during action in World War I.
September the 6th, Saturday.
To print the Clarion, a good venue to house printing machinery. The Clarion was a short-lived venture, with the cost of printing the publication not covered by sales. The local news for Loxton was returned to being printed in the Murray Pioneer. The Loxton community newsletter was printed in the mid-1950s as the need to publish local information was recognised. The newsletter was printed and buried by J.C. Irving & Co. on behalf of publishers, the Loxton District War Memorial Community Centre. The newsletter focused on publicising activities and news concerning the district, including that of schools, churches, local governments and sporting clubs. J.C. Irving & Co. began publishing and printing the Loxton News in 1960. Printing in the country through the early to mid-1900s was still a high annual labour presence.
The old-fashioned telephone box. And 25 is here.
In this room you will find a comprehensive display of phones through the ages. The Magneto wall-mounted telephone set of 1882, encased in oak and using glazed
And all the two-way radios, old-fashioned CB radios in those days. And the old Royal, Ray Cockphone cabinet radio, so yeah, 1930, and another one just next to it there. Wow. And all the old-fashioned radios there. Look at them all. Wow. Cool. And here we have the jail. Police station. Might be a bit small for a police station. Police cell, holding cell. Police station. Handcuffs. Police hat. There. Another. And this here looks like the rails. Ooh, train. I like a good train. This is the old steam train. Work in progress. Wow. How cool.
This well-known steam locomotive is class RX, number 55. It was built in the Islington workshops of the South Australian Railways and was commissioned on the 13th of November 1913. Here is a brief description of this type of locomotive. It has a
The old steam train.
number that comes from the 4 pilot wheels under the smoke box and the 6 large driving wheels. This engine does not have the small wheels under the cab that are fitted to some designs of steam engines. The locomotive weighs 90 tons with coal and water aboard and measures 18 metres in length. The 6-wheel tender behind the engine supplies it with 7 tons of coal and 14,500 litres of water. After running over 1 million miles or 1,700,000 kilometres, it was retired from the railways on the 9th of July 1964 and was put on display in Loxton. Much of this locomotive's working life was on the Loxton-Adelaide Run, carrying passengers and freight.
This is awesome, guys. If you watched it this far, you're doing well. This is the cottage.
Welcome to our cottage. I guess it's typical of cottages built in areas like this in the early years. Like ours, these cottages were built by settlers to replace the temporary pine and clay huts which threw together when they first arrived to farm the land. You'll note that our cottage is built of timber and iron and that it contains 4 main rooms. That front room gets plenty of use. That's where we entertain our visitors and also where we do most of our relaxing. For us, that means music that we make ourselves, sing along,
Another old-fashioned phone.
lots of reading. Down the passage is our kitchen. This is another very frequent activity. Well, not only that, down there, but also all of our eating. Meals are cooked on the wood stove and we bake our own bread in the oven. We make our own breakfast cereal too from home-ground wheat. We toast on an oven slide.
Oh, look at all the dollies in there.
When we make bread and things like butter cool, we put them in corn stove.
Dolly, dolly, dolly. All the dollies in there. And making soup, washing, all the old-fashioned washing. Family bathtub. Wow. He didn't have the real chookies in there, but that's okay. And it's an old school. They should have had a mannequin here for a teacher. And you got hopscotch. $33. Wow. Gee, this guy's lucky, he's got 2 brides. All the birdies. Wow. And the Maggies. And a crow. And a ducky over here. That's pretty cool. Wow. And all the old-fashioned clocks. From the 1900s. $1938. Glassware. All the different boxes of matches. Ooh. Pretty warm in here, guys. Ooh, we've got the doctor's area. X-ray machine. The old-fashioned X-ray machine. And the baby. And some of this. Yeah, this is pretty awesome stuff. Okay, if you've gone this far, guys, you're doing really well. You're doing quite well actually. Yeah, you're doing really well of staying with us. That's good. Here we go, the old Singer sewing machine, guys.
The war had ended, and it was time for countries to rebuild and for soldiers to return to their countries. In 1948, returned soldiers were allocated land as a part of the repatriation scheme created by the government of the day. Over the
Got the underground shelter.
fabricated Nissan huts used by the Royal Air Force in England during the war were arranged to be brought to the Loxton irrigation area. This was due to the shortage and restrictions of building materials in the World War II period. These huts were used as a housing solution for many soldier settlers until building materials were available and affordable. Nissan huts were originally invented during World War I to meet the demand for accommodation, churches and ammunition stores. The corrugated iron design made for an effective bomb shelter.
And these are all the farmers' tools. More over here. Cross over the railway. Be pretty cool if that worked. So what do you think, guys, of this video? I reckon it's awesome. I hope you do too. Hope you think this is awesome. I know it's a long video, but it's an interesting one. This one's worth the watch if you can. If you can make it this far, then you're doing really well. The old-fashioned tractors down there, guys, and heaps more here. Wow, now this is cool. Sorry, I'm whizzing around here and it's probably making you guys dizzy. But I don't have long to go. Now that's cleverly made. Very, very cleverly made. Don't worry, that wasn't me. I just ran my foot over a stone on cement and goes boom. Tractors. Looks like a frame of a aeroplane. Ring the tractor. All the different tractors. Which is pretty cool. And I think that's it. I think I've just been right around. Wow. Okay, I might okay guys, I might leave it at that. I want to get some photos before they close, get some quick photos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, AMystery Tour, AMystery AU. Keep forgetting about that. Yeah, so we're really hoping that you enjoyed it. It's pretty cool. It's sort of like Tailem Town, but not. In between, yes and no, but about the same. Yeah, and give it the big thumbs up for the Loxton Historical Village. Right, give them the big thumbs up here, guys. Give them a big shout out here, and yeah. We shall catch you later on. Ciao for now, guys.
Through moonlit graves they walk the night, in search of whispers out of sight. With spirit boxes and EMF, they seek the answers beyond death. In ancient stones the past remains, as shadows move and silence wanes. They tread where legends intertwine, in haunted grounds where spirits shine. AMystery, come and see the secrets lost in history. In dim lit cemeteries they roam, uncovering what calls it home. With every step the ghosts take flight, in the eerie glow of haunted night. AMystery, feel the chill as the unknown bends to their crypt to grave, they search the past, where legends linger, shadows cast. Through whispers cold and unseen hands, they seek the truth in haunted lands. In ancient stones the past remains, as shadows move and silence wanes. They tread where legends intertwine, in haunted grounds where spirits shine. AMystery, come and see the secrets lost. AMystery, come and see the secrets lost in history, in dim lit cemeteries.